attached to protecting people's lives, protecting property, keeping law and order. And of course, we make sure that we bring you these guests and they, of course, explain to you as a viewer what you need to know and what you need to take home. Now, of course, we are powered by Protea Hotel, by Marriott Entebbe, and they promise comfort and luxury at its best. And of course, we are going to start off with today's topic. A lot of things have been happening around us, especially the recent accident that happened, all the accidents that happened around Kumba, that particular roundabout. Now remember, there was one accident where a truck failed to brake and of course landed on another car, killing one passenger, I think. And then immediately after, about 3 days, another accident happened on that road. And our question would be, why exactly are these cars allowed on the road, yet they are in very poor mechanical condition? Also, today we are looking at how exactly to report police cases. We are continuing the conversation on police cases. Remember, we had, I think, ASP Mutera the other week talking about the same topic, and today we continue with it with our guest this morning, Superintendent of Police Katumba Nathan, and he's going to be taking us through the discussion after we say hi to him. Before I go to him though, I'd like to remind you that we have our social media platforms at Church of Uganda Family TV on X, which was formerly Twitter, YouTube, where we are live, and you can go like, comment and share with a friend. Also join the discussion on there, as well as Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, everywhere. Just enter Church of Uganda COU Family TV and you will be getting us right on. You are most welcome, Superintendent of Police Katumba.
Thank you, Madam. Superintendent of Police Nathan Katumba is my name. I'm the Regional Community Liaisons Officer, Kampala Metropolitan East. That is Jinja Road, Nagarama, Mukono, Chira Road and Chira Division. I'm glad to be on this program.
Okay.
Thank you.
How is that place doing? Mukono is one of the jam-infested areas, traffic jam-infested areas, because of course it is a route to other parts of the country, so it is expected. How is that place doing? How are things there, even in the community, basically?
Yeah, it is a route to the other side of Jinja, Iganga Mbale. But I just want to inform the viewers out there, it is not the only route that we have this other route which you can use via Kayunga. Okay. And you access what? Jinja. You access Jinja, you access that side, the eastern, that side of Mbale or what. So you can use the other side and you access, but usually most people, I think, are just aware of this other Jinja Road. But we have also another alternative of you pass that side of Kayunga, okay, and you can access Jinja. You can access the other points. So when jam gets you here, please don't hesitate. You just cross over the other side, pass Gayaza, pass that side. You'll reach where you're going. Okay. Yes.
Thank you very much. Now, I do remember, if I remember very well, in primary they used to teach us that some of the cars that are not allowed on the road are those in poor mechanical condition. But we are seeing trucks that cannot brake in the middle of the road. And we are wondering, whose concern would this be for? Because we expect traffic police to be on guard and said, this car is not right, please stay back. For example, the examples I gave of the accidents that happened, one of them, I think, in my thinking, the way I watched the video, it was because that lorry was in poor mechanical condition. How are we going to solve the issue of poor mechanical conditioned cars being on our roads? Even taxis. I use taxis myself, and I can tell you, some of them, we are just going by the grace of God.
First and foremost, who determines the DMC? That is a question. Who determines the DMC? You don't determine a DMC by looking at it, looking at it outside. Okay. You determine a DMC by the traffic officer. We can take the vehicle for inspection. We can get to know what the condition of the vehicle is. Then maybe at the later stage, because of the findings, that is when they will determine that a vehicle is a the DMC or not. Okay. A vehicle failing to brake does not mean that it's a DMC.
Oh. Okay.
There are a lot of things which traffic puts across the Traffic Act to determine what a DMC is. It is not only failing to brake. Failing to brake can be a component, you never know. Yes, but you can buy a new vehicle, you drive it for a while, and the brakes get worn off. So tomorrow it will fail to brake and it will not mean that vehicle is a DMC.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So the challenge we have on road with these big vehicles, these big vehicles, most vehicles use pressure. They use pressure to brake. So sometimes the driver may realize that he has almost reached a point where he's supposed to ignite pressure and he's late to ignite that pressure. So it ends up bumping into another vehicle. That is now the challenge which usually comes. But it will not mean that it's a DMC. There are a lot of components that determine what a DMC is. It is not only failure to brake.
Okay.
Because when a vehicle fails to brake, you can go and replace the brakes. Yes. What caution do I give out there, the drivers out there? Come on the road when you're supposed to be on the road. You're supposed to have a permit when you're on the road. You're supposed to drive fast. The first requirement of any person, if you've come on the road and you're supposed to drive, you're supposed to have a driving permit, which allows you on the road. When you get involved in an accident when you don't have a driving permit, it's a very, very big offense, because you're not permitted to be on the road, so you've got involved in an accident. So at the end of the day, things may not be good for you, despite of the fact of the nature of the accident. You may even be when the other person is the one who has really caused an accident to you, but the fact is that you don't have a permit on the road, so it will really be a big problem to you in terms of investigations. So you need to have a permit first, so that you go on the road. Then the other things of investigations, you help police so that we can ascertain good investigations. An accident has happened. For you want to just drive away, you want to spoil the scene of crime. At the end of the day, traffic comes. They try to map up the area to see that it helps in investigations. For you've already spoiled the scene of crime where the accident has happened. Tomorrow the case will be investigated, and it will be investigated shoddily because of failure to protect the scene of crime. Then tomorrow you will say you did not get justice. Sometimes it is you who distorts justice by yourself because of tampering with the scene of crime. Case in point, like these CID cases. Someone comes into your house, breaks your house, and they steal your things, or they break the house and maybe rape someone or kill someone. Then at the end of the day, when these guys maybe run, you people come, you begin touching doors, you begin touching windows, you begin touching the walls. Tomorrow when we come with our scene of crime officer, the forensic staff, the forensic officers, they will want to get fingerprints to ascertain who touched these places. When we get fingerprints, we take them to our analysis at headquarters, where we can match them with maybe the suspects we've got. Maybe we can look for them. People do we usually do fingerprints of criminals at police. So at the end of the day, we can match fingerprints of that suspect with this. We can match fingerprints of the suspects usually, because we have criminals who are frequenters. They frequent. He goes to Luzira, he comes back. After serving his period, he comes back. Sometimes they are released, or they can be released on a police bond when there is insufficient evidence, because we need evidence to pin someone. When there is insufficient evidence and you've reported a case and the case there is insufficient evidence, you may know that someone is a thug, but you have to have concrete evidence to pin someone to take him to court. So when there is insufficient evidence, at the end of the day, someone may be released on police bond. So because usually when someone is released on police bond, we usually anticipate for maybe a little more time to gather more evidence so that we can take someone to court. When the evidence is not enough and we take someone to court, those are the cases that you see that the state will just say insufficient evidence, then someone will be released. So someone can either be released at police or court. Court, they can give him a bail because of insufficient evidence. So whenever we report cases, please make sure that we gather evidence. Yes, make sure that we gather evidence. Witnesses are so important. Make sure at least we get enough evidence so that we can pin these offenders, so that we can push them off to court and push them off to prison.
Thank you. Let's continue a little bit about case reporting. Now, we have different cases. We have different offenses. Actually, you have many offenses that someone can do and, go behind bars for or be convicted for. But how can one successfully or correctly report a case to police? Are all cases reported the same way?
Yeah, cases are reported the same way, but there are cases that are time bound.
Okay.
There are cases that are time bound. Case in reference is these defilement cases. When someone has been defiled, we need to have scientific evidence. So when someone has been defiled, we need to do analysis. We need to do DNA on maybe the maybe the underpants, maybe the knickers, maybe the clothes. Yes. We need to take someone for medical examination. That is PF3 at police. We have doctors where we take these people for medical examination. All that is gathering evidence. That is scientific evidence. It is incumbent of you to come early. You bring the person early so that we can do that. When you bring someone late, at the end of the day, someone will go. After like 3 days, someone will shower the sample that the doctor was supposed to get from someone to match it with evidence, because we get that, and even we get a sample from what the person was who is suspected to have defiled what the person. We get that sample and we match it. We match it with the samples that we've got from a female person, so that we can see whether there was semen, whether his semen was in we got the semen from the victim or not. So if you don't give us that chance and someone goes after like a week, 2 weeks, and you come that you're reporting a criminal case, you're reporting a defilement case, trust me, you will not get the best results. You will be disappointed, and you may not even enter that case at police. Because we cannot enter a case that we look and the evidence has been distorted for almost like a month, and for you come at police and you want to report. It might be difficult for you.
Interesting. So in other words, if I am defiled today, I should make sure that within how many hours?
If you're defiled today, make sure you go to police as quick as possible.
Okay.
Within a day. You don't shower. Get someone, just rush the person police so that we can get that evidence that can match. Yes, because these defilement cases, they mostly stand. 90% of these cases stand because of scientific evidence, not because sometimes you saw someone that. Sometimes of seeing someone that is entering the house, that can be supportive evidence.
Okay. It
can just be supportive evidence that I saw him entering that house. But most cases, why these cases stand, it is 95% scientific.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. When someone says, I saw him entering that house, he becomes a witness. But before we get to the witness part, I'd just like to understand the difference between these cases. We have criminal cases where people, commit crimes and, theft, murder and all that. But we also have civil cases. So could you shed a light for our viewer, the difference between civil cases and the criminal ones?
Thank you. According to the Police Act, police according to the Police Act, we are supposed to handle criminal cases. We don't handle civil cases at police.
Okay.
But sometimes, because of the nature of the community, sometimes we don't want people to come to police and they say that I went to police and I was not assisted. That is why we come in. Sometimes the DPC comes in and if it is a civil matter, he calls both parties just for mediation. When it is a civil matter, the CLO calls both parties just for mediation. Okay. And when the mediation fails, we send you to court. Yes? We send you to court. We don't force you to agree. But when you consent and agree and maybe finish up something, maybe you lend someone money and the person is not paying you back, maybe if DPC calls you, if the CLO calls you and you sit and you harmonize, the better. But police is supposed to handle only and only criminal cases.
Okay. Only
criminal cases. There are criminal cases. Criminal cases are these cases that can, like a case that can happen, like maybe you're moving and someone snatches your bag. Yes?
Yeah.
Someone snatches your bag. Someone maybe pierces you. People maybe are fighting in a place. They end up dying. Someone ends up dying or what? Those are criminal cases. But these civil cases are these cases you've lent someone money in consent. You've agreed in consent. I've given you this vehicle. You're going to exchange it to me with this. You're getting it. So these are civil cases. But usually people come to police. You go to a police post down there. You convince police officers. They enter a civil case. After you convincing them, after you corrupting them, they enter a civil case. Then tomorrow, because when the case has entered police, it might be a civil case, but when it has entered the police books, trust me, we need to investigate. But usually when we investigate these cases to the epitome, these files go to state, and state will state at the end of the day will comment that these are civil cases, let the person go civil. So you put a lot of energy at police, then tomorrow they tell you the case is civil. So don't usually waste your time a lot. You're going to waste your time. You're going to go to that down police, you enter a civil case, and you think it will stand. It will not stand, my brother. It will go to state, and state will state will tell you clearly that it is a civil what? A civil case. So civil cases, please go direct to court. Yes. But we usually have like these land cases. Sometimes you can these land cases, you can either go to police or go to court.
Okay.
These land cases.
So it's both civil.
Yes, you can either go to police or you go to court. These land cases. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, recently, in our lifetime as a country, we've seen criminal cases that have been committed publicly and even have been taken up by the media. For example, murders. We had the murder of the late Olaxis, the social media person. We also had different murders, Fande Kawesi. We had the former Buganda leader that was assassinated. Basically, many attempts. And usually people come out to say, I saw what happened. Some of those have different stories, contradicting stories. Others have facts. And those are who we call witnesses. But just to paint a picture for us, who is a witness? What does police base on to vet and say this one is telling the truth and is a witness can help us solve this problem that we have, the crime that we
have categories of witnesses. You can have a witness who was there physically when something was happening. Yes. You can have a witness who had. You can have a witness who saw. Those are all witnesses. When you see, when the person, maybe the person who has been offended had earlier on maybe told you, yes, that I have issues with this person. Yes? All these can be witnesses. Yes?
Okay.
All these can be witnesses. So you and it is incumbent of you, the person who is reporting a case, to avail witnesses. It is there to some extent. There are cases where it is police supposed to look for witnesses. There are these serious cases, like those serious murders, where we shall go on ground, try to do forensic DNAs on ground. Maybe they have shot someone in the vehicle and the vehicle is still there. We cordon the place. We bring our DNA analysts. Okay. They try to match and get evidence so that the case can stand. But these other cases where you come to police and report that this person beat me, you need to have witnesses that were there. You need to have witnesses who saw. You need to have witnesses who heard. So when you come to police and you record a statement, you record your statement, then then you go to police and you go to a police officer who is maybe at the quarter guard. You rush with him and arrest someone. You bring him when your file has only one statement. That is when sometimes you people blame police. You arrest someone, you have only one statement on file. Today they ask you to bring witnesses. You don't. You say I'm bringing a funder. You wait. The following day, we wait for witnesses. They are not there. That person is going to get a police bond. That person is going to go. What I advise the public out there, if you want really to handle your case well, don't rush with police officers to arrest someone, unless maybe when you expect that person, by the time you would want to arrest him, he will not be there. That can be an emergency. But if it is not an emergency, build your file with the officer, get witnesses, record statements. By the time you arrest someone, you will just need a statement of that person only, then the file will go to state. The file, by the time police officers think of giving someone bond, the file has come back from state and someone is supposed to appear in court. Yes. Okay. So let's try to think outside the box when we are going to police to report cases. Build your file. By the time they arrest that person, they have witness statements, your statements, everyone's statement that you need. When you remain only one statement, the file will be taken to state. By the time this one comes out that he wants to get bond, the file has come back and it has been sanctioned. And when the file is sanctioned, there is no police officer, there is no CID who will give someone bond because it is not allowed. Oh. When a file is sanctioned, there is no CID who is supposed to give someone bond. It is not allowed. It is not allowed. You're supposed to take someone to court so that maybe court gives that person bail or maybe a remand. Yes.
If I have some friends in police, for example, the people I host here, they become my friends.
That's true.
And I commit a crime, and they are my friends handling the case. Can't they let me go for some time?
Now, there is no one who is above the law. The only one maybe who is configured, who is protected by the law, is the president, the sitting president. The sitting president is the one who is he's not above the law, but he's
immune.
He's a little bit protected. He's more protected because he's a sitting president. Okay. And once he leaves presidency, that is when maybe those cases can come. But if he's a sitting president, but each and everyone who is in the country is not above the law. Being a friend to an OCCID does not mean that you're above the law. Yes, being a friend to OCCID. At the end of the day, you'll think that you're a friend. Then tomorrow you'll be taken to court and you're remanded. So what are you supposed to do? Please, just do the right thing. Just do the right thing. Yes, do the right thing at the right time. You'll not have issues with police. You will not have issues with the law. But if you want to break the law, if you want to commit a crime because you're a friend to an OC out there of your village, trust me, the file you look at the file, They will get your statement and you'll think things are going to be good. At the end of the day, you'll be remanded to what? To Luzira. So let's really be law-abiding citizens.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Witness protection in Uganda we've seen it in movies a lot, where witnesses are given safe houses and they are taken care of. What is the situation of protecting witnesses in Uganda, especially those witnesses who are proven to be the right ones and who will help the case go forward?
We may not have it so clearly that maybe police is supposed. What police is first supposed to do? We are not supposed to tell someone that this person is the one who is giving evidence about you. This person is the one who has reported you. It is not our work. We are supposed to be professional. Yes. If someone has given a witness statement, we are not supposed to begin telling this other person that this person is the one who has given evidence about you. That is very wrong and that is unprofessional. Okay. For us, what we are supposed to do, gather evidence from the witness. If these witnesses are needed, they will be called to what? They will be called to court so that they can give this witness statement, so that they can help the complainant to give statements in court. Recording your statement as a witness does not only stop at police. If you've come and recorded a statement as a witness, no, one day or another you're going to be called at court to give a witness statement. So maybe when you reach court can see how to protect you. You never know. Yes. But for us that may be giving you people to guard you, may be a witness, no, we don't do that. But we are supposed to be professional. When we are not supposed to begin telling the other people out there that this person is the one who has given evidence against you. No, it's not our work. Our work is just to compile the file, take the person to court, and maybe advise witnesses that tomorrow if you're called at court, please avail yourself and give evidence on what you saw or what you heard.
Okay. Thank you very much. Let's get to arrests. If I commit a crime, like we've been talking about all these crimes, I believe I have some rights. For example, what I know about is a phone call, but what are some other rules of arrest? If I'm arrested, then what am I supposed to do and what are my rights therein?
Thank you. You can be arrested on a warrant that is from court. Court can avail the complainant with a warrant, especially, and you are arrested on a warrant when the file went to court, yes, and maybe you're given bail, and you never came back, yes. They can either arrest you or arrest the sureties that stood for you in court, yes. On police side, we can give you bond, but when you don't come back. Yes, when you don't come back, we can opt for another charge of disobedience of lawful orders. And we charge you, then we arrest you because you did not come back on bond. Or we can arrest the people who stood for you. Yes, because when you stand for someone, you put yourself in the shoes of that person. That when that person does not come back, trust me, I'll be responsible for this person if he does not come back. So when you stand for someone, when that person disappears, trust me, you're going to be arrested for that person.
Oh, okay.
Yes, when you stand for someone. So you stand for someone whom you're sure that person will come back. Yes, you stand for someone whom you're sure that will come back. So for us, and there's no one. And by the way, we police. We can arrest you. We can arrest you on. We can arrest you on suspicion. We can arrest you when we've gathered evidence. Yes. We have the right to stop you and ask you whatever we're asking you, and you answer to us. So when police stops you like traffic, please, you stop.
So police has the power to stop anyone, prime minister, minister.
Police has the power. Police has the power. By the way, this uniform has a lot of powers. Yes, this uniform has a lot of powers behind it.
Okay.
You have police officer has a right to stop you and ask you, where are you going? And ask you, who are you? Yes, and ask you, but you don't, you as a police officer, you're supposed to be professional. You're not just going to go out there and begin stopping anyone, asking anyone. You must be organized. It is not an issue of no thinking that because you're a police officer, you're in this uniform, you're going to begin disorganizing people. No. You're supposed, as a police officer, you're supposed to do that in a professional manner. If you really think that it is necessary for you to stop that person and you have a question for that person, maybe you want to guide that person. Maybe there is an accident in front there and you want to tell that person that, you know what, there is an accident in front there. Use this other route. Stop the person, guide the person. Because we are supposed to protect the law. I mean, we are supposed to protect people and their properties. Okay. Yes? So you're not just supposed to begin disorganizing people. No. You stop someone when you think it is necessary for you to stop someone and ask someone with what you want. Maybe, do you have a driving permit? Please, where are you going? It is late. It is 5, it is 4 at night. Where are you coming from and where are you going? Which village do you stay? Who is your LC? When we arrest you at night and maybe the OC who is doing patrol begins asking you questions. Are you a resident of this village? Yes. Who is your LC? You don't know. Who is your defense secretary? You don't know. What is the name of this village? You don't know. Trust me, the OC out there will be forced to go with you so that in the morning, maybe at night you are not well. You are maybe a little bit tipsy. Maybe we shall go with you and maybe in the morning we ask you. You remind us, because when we get you at the village, you don't know the LC, you don't know the child. That is when we can suspect you to be a criminal. That is when we can maybe take you on. Yes, that is when we can take you on.
Okay.
So it is very important for you to know the village you stay, the LC, the what. Those important people in. Eh? Those people may be not important to you, but when police arrests you, trust me, you'll regret why you did not know the area LC, why you did not know the defense secretary, because these are security. This is the first step of security down there, which police cooperates with. When you know the defense, usually OCs have the numbers of the defense secretaries. We'll call the defense. Defense, there is this man here. Do you know him? And what he's saying, he says, hey, that one is Salongo. We know him, Afandi. He's Musaja wa kuchalo. So maybe you'll have another reason why you moved at night, why maybe you had come from up country and maybe you reached late, you had come from work, you reached late. Where I expect OCs out there to really understand, when someone really explains to you, someone has given you an explanation, try to be a little bit flexible. Don't be rigid. Yes? Don't be rigid, because these are fellow human beings. These are Ugandans. Let's see how to handle them in a professional way.
I really, really appreciate you calling out police officers and not, just following the side of the civilians. But just in 2 minutes before we go for a break, if I committed offenses, all these offenses we've talked about, yet I'm not Ugandan, how do you handle people who are not Ugandan and they are committing these offenses? Because you have very many people from different countries who stay here. We have Somalis, Ethiopians, Eritreans, Kenyans. We have very many people around our community. If they are non-Ugandans, how are they handled?
When you cross the border and you enter Uganda, it is incumbent of the law of Uganda to be applicable to you. Whether you're a Kenyan, whether you're an American, whether you're an what, you're not going to defile someone. Yes? You're not going to defile someone and you think because you're an American, because you're Kenyan, because you're what, you're not going to defile someone and you think that for you you're going to be above the law. So long as you've crossed and you've come in the confines of this country, you've crossed the borders and you've come to Uganda, you're going to be criminally reliable. Yes? You're going to be criminally reliable. There are people whom we arrest and he says, you know, my embassy, my what, your embassy will, we shall give your embassy a report, but we are going to investigate this file up to the epitome of what we think that justice is going to be availed. So don't come and defile someone and you think you'll move away because you are a Kenyan, because you are what. That one will not work. So when you're here, obey the rules and regulations, respect the country, and do what you think is right for you, which is not criminal.
Thank you very much, Afande Katumba, for that beautiful discussion, and I hope you are enlightened out there and you know how to handle some of these cases in case they come your way. However, we still have a lot of issues to discuss after the upcoming break. For example, if you are involved in an accident and somebody dies, how is that handled? If there's an accident and there's loss of lives, how is that handled? Do you go behind bars because it was an accident? So we are going to look at that when we return from the short break. Remember, we are powered by Protea Hotel by Marriott Entebbe. My name is Carol. We shall be back.
Issues at hand, powered by
Protea Hotel by Marriott Entebbe. Comfort and luxury at its best.
This is Church of Uganda Family TV, enriching lives.
name of our Lord Jesus Christ, our Savior. I'm Serumaga Peter Lumbuye, the General Secretary of the Bible Society of Uganda. The Lord has been faithful to us in the year that passed, 2023, and we have reasons to thank Him for what He has taken us through. Bible Society of Uganda has been involved in translation, Bible distribution, Bible engagement, and also making sure that the people interact with the Word of God faithfully. We have reasons to thank the Lord for all these achievements. Come Friday, 26th of April, when we shall have our annual General Assembly that will take place at Uganda Road Playground, opposite Case Hospital at 10 a.m. At the annual General Assembly, we shall give account of the year 2023, what the Lord has been able to take us through. You are all invited to attend this annual General Assembly. Come with a friend as we celebrate the achievements the Bible Society of Uganda has received throughout the year 2023. May the Lord bless you as you come for the annual General Assembly.
This is Church of Uganda Family TV, enriching lives. Issues at hand, powered by
Protea Hotel by Marriott Entebbe. Comfort and luxury at its best.
A very warm welcome back to Issues at Hand. I thank you so much for keeping it Church of Uganda Family TV. Of course, my name is Kara and I'm here with the topic of discussion. As you can see, we are understanding the dynamics surrounding police cases and, of course, all the things that come with that. We have arrests, we have criminals, we have time duration of different cases that we looked at earlier, witness protection, arrests, and all that. And, of course, I would like to start with something about traffic again. Now, before I left, I had told you that there are some accidents that that result into death and loss of lives, and we want to understand from our guest today, Superintendent of Police Katumba Nathan, how exactly it is handled when a life is lost in an accident. Let's start from there.
When vehicles get involved in accidents, we need to what traffic first gets is a report from IOV, the IOV report. This IOV report is supportive evidence, which helps you. The IOV report helps you and helps the police.
Okay.
It will help the police to know the status of the vehicle that has caused an accident. You as a traffic officer, because they know their work. That is why you see they don't just conclude and say the accident happened because of this and this. No. You need to first get a report from IOV. The IOV is supposed to inspect that vehicle to know whether the vehicle was in a sounding condition to be on the road, to know whether the vehicle caused an accident because of the brakes, to know whether the vehicle may be supposed to be written off the road. All that they know, they investigate. So whenever they get that report from IOV, it helps you. Why do I say it helps you? You, at the end of the day, the accident might have happened when the nature of your vehicle, it is not the nature of the vehicle that has caused an accident. You may find when it was just reckless crossing of someone who was knocked and he died. Someone was staggering in the road and maybe he got drunk and he came in the road recklessly and he was what? And he was knocked and he died. Yes? So at the end of the day, through investigations, because these traffic offenses, these are traffic offenses which are accident in nature. There's a difference between an accident and a straight maybe murder when it is not an accident. All those we shall investigate. But usually traffic accidents, they are first accidents until when we investigate and we get to know really what was the cause of death. Why was this that this accident happened, this and this and this? Was it negligence of the passenger? I mean, was it negligence of the driver? Because there are people who drive. Someone drives but when he's talking on phone, it is an offense. You're not supposed to drive when you're talking on the phone, because you will divert all your minds on the phone and you're going to knock someone. So we shall investigate all that. We can investigate all that and maybe come out with a conclusion. But after police investigating, after us gathering investigations, this file will be sent to state. And state maybe will advise, state maybe will prosecute. For us, it is to arrest, we gather evidence and we send you. Where we can have these petty offenses, maybe someone has knocked me from behind, and maybe you can sit. We can allow that pre-bargaining at police, and you consent, so that maybe you can live in peace. Maybe you buy someone's lamp, you buy someone's indicator or what. Maybe you knocked him from behind, and someone says my bonnet got my guard behind got issues, or my vehicle behind got damaged. But let this person do this so that I can repair. We can listen to that and see how to help you. Not each and every case that is supposed to go to court, because you know what court is. You know the backlog that is at court. And by the way, sometimes you go to court and the pre-bargaining that they give you a chance to have in court, it is the one that sometimes was supposed to have at police. Apart from maybe these serious accidents, there are accidents where where OC traffic is not going to allow you to sit. Fatal accidents. These accidents that we compile the file, arrest someone, we take you to court. It is court that will decide. So no one is going to sit with you in a pre-bargaining issue on a fatal accident. No. There is no OCCI. There is no OC traffic. Who is going to sit with you when it is a fatal accident and you think that they are going to listen to you? The only thing that they are supposed to do is to gather evidence, go at the scene of crime, map it, get evidence, maybe get statements from the eyewitnesses, compile the file, take the file to state. Then state will advise. When state advises and it says release the vehicle, or maybe release this person, or maybe bring this person to court, it is our duty to deliver that person either to court or to release that person with the help of, maybe to release that person with the comment of the state herself or himself. That is when police will act. So the file has come back, state has advised someone to be released. The accident maybe happened, state has said no, it is happened because of this and this and this. This person is supposed to be released. And for you people, you say that for us, we have not got justice, police is releasing up. It is not police releasing. When the file has gone to state and state has said release this person, yes, it is for us. We are not above court. We are not above court. We have where we stop and court what. So when a file goes and maybe the suspect is still at police and state says release the person, for us we are supposed to release the person. For you, if you want to appeal, maybe you will go to the regional state attorney to appeal, maybe for file to be called there for proper management, if you think that it has not been managed well. If you think the regional state has not helped you, you can go as far as DPP. Yes, you can go as far as, you can go up. Yes, you can go up. You can go as far as you think that you are going to get justice until when you reach maybe high court. Thank you.
Lastly, there is something I heard. You mentioned or talked about mapping and going to the scene of crime, which brings in forensics. And there's something I heard. In my social life, I didn't even hear it from here. I was just out there and I heard that in Uganda, there are only 6 trained officers for forensics. The others are there to fill the jobs. And this is why we bring you here, to bring those things to light and clear the air. Is it true that the team we have in Uganda, most of them are not trained? It's just about 6 or 5 that are trained to do the job.
This one I'll be open to you. Uganda Police. Let me first give credit to the former IGP, Kale Kayihura. Kale Kayihura recruited professional police officers in his time. He recruited professional police officers, and these professional police officers are paid according to what they studied. We have forensic doctors. You cannot even count them in police. There are many. And they are paid well, by the way, by the government of Uganda. We have engineers. I wish people had a chance. I wish police would allow people out there to come and visit our police headquarters, where we do analysis from. We have very many police officers who are highly skilled in this forensic science. Very many. You cannot even count them. So the person who gave you that information is an enemy of the state. He's an enemy of progress, in line with crime prevention.
Is it a crime to tell lies, to spread false information about the police?
By the way, when you spread false information, you can be charged. It is an offense of spreading false information. It is criminal. Yes, you can be charged. But because of the good relationship we have with people, sometimes you hear things and you let them just go. But the fact is, we have forensic doctors. We have forensic experts, very many, in analysis, DNA, fingerprint, very many. I'm telling you, there are very many, and they are paid well. Yes. So tomorrow, when police does an advert and they are calling, we need to recruit more forensic doctors. Just know you're coming. You just know you're coming to. You're going joining an already established team where doctors are many. I don't want you to come and say that you think you're going to be alone. No. We have police officers who have done even PhD on analysis. PhD. Someone has a PhD on analysis.
Wow.
On DNA, a PhD. We have doctors in police who have done PhDs on analysis.
He has understood everything.
He has understood everything. What concerns the DNA, what concerns the analysis. He has everything. Police has paid for them. They have gone abroad and they have studied. And some of them have come when they have studied. And police has added, because we usually have police usually helps police officers. They pay for them, and we go and study, and you come back. So you'll add on what you have. It is a professional police of Uganda. Professional. So each and everyone who is coming, know you're joining a professional police of Uganda.
Which is a beautiful thing to, get the right information and be in the know. Now that has been cleared, and we do thank you so much, SP Katumba Nathan, for coming and honoring our invitation. Please, our regards to the Uganda Police Force as a whole. And for our viewer, we really, really do thank you for keeping it Church of Uganda Family TV. We have a string of programs coming up, and you both today, Friday, and as we enter the weekend, and you ought not to miss. Please keep it Church of Uganda Family TV. Remember, we are promoting safe screens for safe children. Please do remember that your child is very, very safe when they are watching Church of Uganda Family TV, but also join the campaign of Safe Screens, Safe Kids, so we can end the era of having very nasty content being consumed by our children. Thank you so much, and from myself and the team I worked with today, it's a good morning. God bless you.
Issues at hand, powered by
Protea Hotel by Marriott Entebbe. Comfort and luxury at its best.